Go ahead.
As of April 2026,
60,000 plus of so-called immigrants. We all know who the real immigrants are.
That's right.
White people.
Right.
Y'all the real immigrants.
That's right.
You don't belong on this land. All that you've done is SA'd, robbed, and for this land.
Right.
You understand? I heard some white girls say on TikTok, it's not our fault that our ancestors fought better than you.
Right.
It's not our fault that we're better and we fought better and you lost. You didn't fight. You didn't do any fighting. You do what you do best. You were being a devil.
That's right.
You were lying. You understand? You were lying to the people who showed you how to live on this land when your ancestors got here.
Right.
You probably don't know that history. Your kids don't even know that history. The natives of this land saw you dying because you didn't know how to plant a seed, because you didn't know how to stay warm in this part of the earth.
Right.
And guess what? We taught you how to live. We showed you mercy. And in return, you spoke to us in a forked tongue. You said one thing, but you really meant war.
Right.
You said one thing, but you really meant another thing. And that's why we say that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of,
right.
because you are the greatest liar on planet Earth.
Right.
And that's why you have this land. And not only because of that, not because you're great and you have power and you're white and you're clean when you're the opposite, but because we are disobeying our God. Black, Hispanic,
Right.
North American, Indian man, that's why we are at the bottom. And it's not because we're weak. It's clear that we're superior people.
That's
Physically,
right.
mentally, you understand? Socially. But we are at the bottom because we are not serving our God as we're
Right.
supposed to.
Right.
60,000 of our people are being put in detention centers, roughly around 60,000 in the United States. You understand? Read that verse. Let me get Lamentations 4:18. I'm gonna tell you what the Bible says about that. I'm gonna show you that us being in these ICE detention centers is actual biblical prophecy. It's prophesied in the Bible. Go ahead and read that.
this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, and verse 18. They hunt our steps.
They what?
They hunt our steps.
They what?
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. Who likes to hunt? Who's a hunter? What people name their kids Hunter?
Right.
White people.
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
You read that again.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, and verse 18. They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. That's what white people love to do. White people are bloodthirsty in nature. They just love to
That's right.
they'll kill anything. You understand? They kill all the deer, they kill all the lions, you understand? All the rhinos for what? To have them in their living room wall to brag about how much animals they didn't. They do it for sports.
Right.
And that's biblical. That's in the Bible. It says that Esau was skilled with the sword. Esau. Who's Esau? That's your forefather, white people. You come from Esau.
Right.
Edom. What does Edom mean? Edom is in the Bible. It means red because blood comes forth through your skin. You're red. And that's why you are the devil.
That's right.
You fit the description. You're red and you're the greatest liar on earth.
That's right.
And you love to kill. You love to hunt the innocent. Go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets.
That we cannot go in our streets. Who can't go in their streets right now? We can't go in our streets. Not even right now. For the past 400 years, we can't even go in our own streets because the hunter, the devil, the oppressor wants to unalive us every chance he gets.
That's right.
And that's what's going on with this ICE situation. We can't even go in our streets, man. Why? Because what?
They hunt our steps.
Because they hunt our steps, man. Now read this part right here. We're gonna bring out some more facts about the situation of ICE and our people and what's going on. Go ahead.
At least 185 have died in U.S. immigration.
185 of our people, of your people, have in the immigration detention centers.
Right.
Why are they dying? That's the question. Why are they allowing our people, our children, to these ICE detention centers? Why? Because it's on purpose. You understand? They don't care about us. They don't care about so-called black people, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Indians. Why? Because we are the biblical Jews, and it's prophesied that this evil nation will rule over us because we decided to not serve our God.
Right.
Because we decided to do what we wanted to do and try to join with the oppressor. That came from Martin Luther King. That came from Cesar Chavez and all of our brothers and sisters who were lost trying to integrate with so-called white people.
Right.
When in reality, we are better segregated from white people.
That's right.
We will strive and grow without white people.
That's right.
They will without us.
That's right.
That's the truth. And that is shown through history. You understand? So you're telling me 60,000 people of our people have been detention centers, and only how many have?
At least 185 people have died.
That's what's documented. You understand? That's what they show. But who knows all the other evil that's going on in there? Go ahead.
And customs informant custody since reporting began in 2003. 2026 trend as of April 22nd, 2026, 17 deaths have been recorded.
As of April 22nd, 2022, the year 2026, 17 have been recorded.
Right.
Recorded. These are deaths that are recorded. This ain't talking about the other deaths that they're not going to tell you about. You understand? Because if they're treating us the way they do in these streets, imagine what they're doing behind closed doors.
That's right.
Imagine how they're treating us when no one can see. You understand? And that's about one per week, if you want to put it that way. Keep going.
2025 was a record high year.
2025 was a record high year. Go ahead.
For in detention.
In detention centers. Our people are literally in these ICE detention centers.
Right.
That's what's going on. There are our people in these ICE detention centers. And if you think siding with America is the answer, if you think that you voting for America is better for you, especially if you're a Latino, Black, or Native Indian, you suffer and you are brainwashed.
That's right.
You lack the knowledge of history and the knowledge of the nature of the oppressor. If you think he's gonna forget about you and decide to put you on his team, no. The only way America can thrive is by oppressing Black, Hispanics, and North American Indians.
Right.
And you always got to remember that, so you won't be fooled to turn against your own people.
That's right.
Go ahead.
With 33 to 53 deaths reported, surpassing the pandemic era high.
33 to 53 deaths reported, man. Our people should not be dying in these ICE detention centers.
Right.
They should have everything they need. They should have the food, the medication, the lawyers, everything. But they take that from them because it's not about immigration. It's not about making sure so-called immigrants, Mexicanos, Latinos get out of America. Because without us here, guess what? You wouldn't have so many tax dollars. You wouldn't be able to fund all these schools and all these programs and all these streets, because billions and billions of dollars come from Latino taxpayers who are not even legal technically here in America.
Right.
So it's not about that. It's about what? It's about the white man being the oppressor.
That's right.
It's about the white man doing what he does best, and that is exploiting and discriminating for his benefit.
That's right.
And he's always done it to Black, Latinos, and North American Indians.
That's
you
right.
understand? Because they don't care about what happens in those ICE detention centers. It's about making money. It's about making a profit. It's not about these people and making sure that they get out of here and let's get them home safe.
Earthquakes cause tsunamis.
came into the truth. So, a couple years ago, me, Kazakya is my dad. We were really big on conspiracy theories. So, we smoking weed, watching, Illuminati, just a bunch of conspiracy theories on YouTube. And so as we're watching these videos, I remember Kazak I ran into like a Israelite video. It wasn't UPK, just some, little fake Israelite video. And in that video, they were talking about the curses. They were talking about Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and they were breaking down how Black and Hispanic people fit those curses. And so,
like I was saying, like, how'd you get into the truth?
I came into the truth. So, a couple years ago, me, Kazakya is my dad. We were really big on conspiracy theories. So, we smoking weed, watching, Illuminati, just a bunch of conspiracy theories. Now, what about Latinos that join ICE? Any Latino that joins ICE is a traitor. He's a traitor to their own people. And the problem with Latinos that join ICE is that you choose to love and defend a country rather than loving and defending your own people. The people that are coming from the border that you call illegals, that's Rasta right there. Those are your own people right there. So why would you choose a country that hates your own people and then choose to hate the Rasta that's coming from the border? Now, what about Latinos that join ICE? Any Latino that joins ICE is a traitor. What do I think about Donald Trump? Donald Trump is no different from any other oppressor that has been around. Donald Trump is no different from any other president that has oppressed, unalived, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. But, Donald Trump woke up a lot of people, woke up a lot of Hispanics, woke up a lot of Blacks to realize what the oppressor, how evil the oppressor really is. But Donald Trump woke up a lot of Mexicans, and now a lot of Mexicans realize how evil the oppressor really is because of the kids in cages. Because now people are realizing what goes inside those cages. People are realizing that the kids inside the cages are not getting water, not getting fed, not getting medication, right? Don't have civil rights. So now our people, Latinos, are trying to wake up to the reality of who our oppressor really is. What do I think about Donald Trump?
Nosotros somos escuela israelita, conocimiento sal.
Power of manifest destiny. You know what he understood as their destruction.
Tú eres un hombre hispano, negro, indio nativo. Tu lugar es aquí con nosotros. Nosotros somos tu verdadera familia. Deja de seguir la costumbre de nuestros opresores y toda otra maldita nación. Tú eres Israel. Nosotros somos la escuela israelita de conocimiento práctico universal. Órale.
Orderly, y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. For anyone tuning in, check mic check 1 2 1 2. I'll make sure the sound is good. Orderly, of course, I got with me. Always honored to have this guy right here. I got Mighty Priest and Officer 5000. Officer Kamatha, what's going on with you, sir? Oh, are we losing the connection?
Shalom Kanal. Yabashir Rapagata.
Hey, Shalom.
Carnales, Yahushua Tambashim Yahushua. Orale Karnal.
Orale. So, of course, if y'all didn't know already, this is the Inconvenient Truth, you know, tuning into you live this Sunday night. You know, of course, Lord allow Officer Lahab can join us. You know, but if meanwhile it'll be me and Officer Kamadai will be holding it down. And tonight's topic that we're going to talk about, right, is titled Rant, Apology, and Reality. Anti-Blackness in our community exposed. Of course, to elaborate more on that, of course, we're talking about, you know, the whole situation that was going on with that former Houston police officer, Ashley Martinez, and the viral video she made where she went on a whole racist rant about so-called black people, you know, and the attention that it got, the outburst, how do I say it? The outrage, the outrage. And Ashley Martinez demonstrated something that, you know, an ongoing issue that plagues our communities, man. An ongoing issue that plagues the so-called Latino, the so-called Mexican community, right? Which is anti-blackness. So, you know, Lord allow tonight's episode, we're going to talk about it. We're going to, you know, react to her video. We're going to, you know, try to, you know, get into, you know, why she said that, where the issue stems from. Lord allow, there's another topic that I wanted to touch on, which is, you know, apparently there was a whole thing in Chicano Park, a whole event there where supposedly the Raza was mad that Alicia Keys was playing there, you know, and the media was spreading that story as well. I mean, you know, for the untrained eye, you would think that, you know, Raza is just, you know, has it out for so-called black people. You understand? Like, everyone, you know, thinks that, you know, the Mexican community is quote unquote racist towards so-called black people because of incidents like Ashley Martinez, because of incidents like Chicano Park. So, you know, for all y'all tuning in tonight, y'all welcome to elaborate, bring your questions and comments, you know, what your opinions and thoughts are. Do you believe anti-blackness is an ongoing issue in the Latino community? And what can be done? Right? What can be done to put an end to this issue or address it or to start solving it? You know, open to, you know, to what anyone wants to put in and elaborate. But go ahead, sir.
No, yeah, Carnal, you know what I'm saying? These topics, because people are, this mindset of division more so than ever is being pushed on blacks and Hispanics. They want to divide us because they're starting to see that our identity is biblical. You understand? It's our royal identity, and they want to keep black and Hispanics divided. They want to keep black and Hispanics. They want to stop us from uniting. And the thing is that we have to take sisters like Ashley Martinez, you know what I mean? And we got to hold them accountable. You understand? Because one thing, their mindset, it's a learned behavior.
Right.
Everything that black and Hispanics believe was learned in America. You understand? This sister took an oath. She pledged to America. She took an oath under that blue uniform, and therefore she's going to act like the blue uniform acts. And we know the police brutality that comes down and reigns on blacks and Hispanics in our communities. You understand? We get profiled, we get targeted. You understand? And not only the police department, but also now all the American agencies, right? So black so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have to let go, throw away that mentality, learn some brotherhood and sisterhood. You understand? For the time that you have in those agencies, come out of them so you can start treating your people like royalty. How the Most High sees us. He doesn't see us like wet bags and you understand, savages and niggas. You understand? Destroy that mindset. Go ahead, Carnal.
Right. But yeah, con with concert. So I mean, let's get to it. Let's go to the video. Let's go to the first video of her rant. Let's see, is it this right here? This right here.
This, like, dog, like, let me get a black person on a 911 call to like, I hate y'all. Like, you, like, I don't, oh, we were slaves this entire, I don't give a but like, for a reason you guys were slaves. You guys don't know anything better than to steal. Like, oh my god, like, I was literally eating food with my friend. He had his, oh my god, like, I don't know, por Dios, por gracias de Dios, I had my wallet next to me, like my whole purse, and those like that little small shit decided not to steal my wallet. Oh my god, I would have grabbed my heel and like whooped the out of that nigga. But like, whatever, right? But no or nothing. Y'all don't know how good it felt to say like out loud, like goddamn, like, oh my god, I felt like I was back in the Marine Corps. Like, I kid you not, I don't know what the fuck came over me. I grabbed that by the neck and I was like, come here, you fucking, and oh my god, like, I felt like the world just stopped. Like, it was just peace. Like, I don't know. And then he was just like even I in my head, I was like, damn, te pasaste, because I called him a dog. Like, imagine the downtown were there, they could have beaten my ass. And then he like stops like, you did not just call me a I was like, you're a I was like, oh my god, like, you're a and I called you a like, world peace. And I was like, what the are you gonna possibly say? Like, are you gonna call 911 because I called you a no, right? Oh my god, I don't know. This didn't record, but it was like, I'm kind of glad it didn't record because it was like me expressing how much I hated black people after this. Like, dog, like, let me get a black person on a 911 call tomorrow, especially. You're going to jail. I hate like, I hate y'all.
Like, good night, man. Like I don't know, personally, like, I'm speechless. Like, I don't even know what to say to that, you know? I don't even know how to react to that, sir. Like, how do I even respond, you know, like, where to start? My first question to her is
once
like,
again, you know, that's, go ahead, Kana.
I was gonna say, my first question to her is like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? That's my first question.
Right.
You know, like, go ahead, sir. So, like, I know you wanted to say something.
Now, real quick, and I want to say, you know, once again, like, that's not random. That is a learned behavior. You know, you step into that uniform, right? And when you step into that uniform, you step into the mindset, and that's what we have here before us is, you know, you got an officer of the law talking reckless about black people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And unbeknownst to her, it's her own people. You know, Hispanics is black too, because black is not a color. It is not a race. Black is a condition.
Right.
Hispanics are in the same condition that blacks are. We share the same. The barrio is the ghetto. The ghetto is the barrio. You understand? And that didn't fall. You know, everything. The way she's acting didn't fall out of the sky. You understand? Like, that's the training. That's the culture and the environment in that world. And when I say that world, meaning in those agencies, because now you're going to have also ICE and DHS and all these other agencies that have the same training, have the same culture, the same environment. You know, the institution that teaches you how to see people, right? And they profile us. They, you know, oh, they're the threat, right? And what Blacks and Hispanics need to realize is who benefits off this mindset. And if we don't start to fight against this mindset, you're going to start to move like that that system, that mindset. In other words, once again, you understand? Go ahead, carnal.
Now, come on, sir. So, well, like, you know, like that was the first question. What is wrong with you? But two is like, what were you thinking? Like, thinking that you were gonna go on a whole racist rant, and then you were gonna you uploaded this to the internet, and you shared it. What you think was gonna happen to you? You know, did you think that, you know, you sharing this video, you thought what that white America was gonna side with you? You thought America was gonna respect you? You thought America was gonna see you as one of their own? Did you think America was gonna respect your military service and your police service? Because I caught that when she said, "Oh, it reminds me of when I was in the Marine Corps," and you know, I think she was talking about choking out a so-called black person, right? At least that's what it sounded like. And it's like the Uncle Tomness, right? The Tío Tomás, the cagada that's coming from her is evident, right? That's the spirit behind her. That's the demon on her, because she said it felt so good to get that off. You know, I'm gonna go to the book. I'm gonna go to the book of John. You know, I'm gonna pull the book of John 8:44 real quick to address, because this is something that people got to realize, right? Of course, for so-called blacks and Mexicans, so-called blacks and Latinos, right? One, we think we're two separate races of people, right? We think we're two separate people, and so-called black people will see this video, right, and think that she's being racist. But not only is she being racist, she's being internally racist. Because lo and behold, and this is for so-called Latinos, when y'all diss black people, right, when y'all go and disrespect and hate on black people, lo and behold, that y'all really are dissing yourself. Lo and behold, you're dissing your brothers and sisters. A lot of y'all don't want to, you know, accept the fact that so-called blacks and Hispanics, so-called blacks and Latinos, so-called blacks and Mexicans, we're brothers and sisters. We're the same race of people. And we think that because we differ a little, you know, we differ in complexion and hair texture, because this place has trained us to think so, that we're two separate races of people when we're really the same race of people. And what she demonstrated, as you brought out, sir, is the brainwashing and indoctrination of America. The brainwashing and indoctrination of the Marines, of the police force, which what Ashley Martinez brought, oh, her name's Gonzalez. I thought it was Ashley Martinez. What Ashley Gonzalez brought out is that the police force is racist. The police department is racist, and we know for a fact that it targets so-called black people disproportionately, right? It targets Latinos too, for, you know, for y'all that think it's got nothing to do with you. It targets Raza and black people together, you know. And what this woman demonstrated is that, you know, that system is racist. That system is a system of white supremacy. And let me go to John, book of John 8:44, so we can go in on more into you know, why she was, you know, displaying this behavior. You understand? Y'all think that, let me tell you something, man. So-called blacks and Hispanics, we cannot be racist. I'm gonna say that with a context. we can't be racist because racism, right? As a lot of you have heard the argument before, right? Racism is something systemic, right? Racism is redlining. Racism is Jim Crow laws. Racism is, segregation laws. What she displayed is prejudice and hatred or internalized racism. You understand? She's actually displaying self-hatred because she thinks she's, making herself look good by hating on her brothers and sisters when she's really hating on her people, man. She's hating on herself. But she doesn't own the system. And she has been indoctrinated by this oppressor to hate so-called black people. And I'm going to show you an example in a second. First, I'm going to go to the book of John 8 and 44. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father, the devil. Right? When we say the oppressor is the devil, this is why. And the lust of your father ye will do. To call people out their name, to throw racial slurs at people is the lust of your father, the devil, is the lust of the so-called white man. And I'm going to show you the proof in a minute. Right? He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth because there's no truth in him, right? This oppressor is notorious for unaliving people and lying about it, right? When he speak of a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. There is no truth in this oppressor. They're what did the Native Americans say? Pale face, forked tongue, man. That's exactly what this oppressor did, man. Right? They lie about everything. And when we do acts of evil, when we show acts of hatred, we're doing their lust. We're trying to be like them. And now I'm gonna show you the proof, right? Salaki, sir, have you heard of some cat by the name of Chud the Builder? Sorry, Officer coming out. Can you hear me? Oh, I think we might have lost him. Well, for me, until he gets back, because I think he froze. There's I don't know what he is. He's like a famous streamer, right? I think he's on Kick, on Twitch, or whatever those social media outlets are. And this white man is going around calling black people racial slurs. You understand? He's going around calling people racial slurs and trying to antagonize them. And he's, basically doing saying, how much he hates black people, trying to say that, expressing how much, what he truly thinks of them and acting like it's okay to say these things because of freedom of speech, right? And getting off what he truly wants to get off, which is what she gave out, she expressed in her video, that it felt so good to call black people that, well, this is where she learned this from. This is who she learned this from. Let me see. I'm trying to find an edited, a censored version just because I don't want to get the video clip. Let's see right here real quick. I'm going to show y'all Chud the Builder. Let's see. So this is what this oppressor does.
Bitch ass boy. Shut up. Woo! Come on, come do something. Come do something. Pull up. Oh, he got found. Yeah. Walk up. Right. That's what I thought. Yeah, all right. They chimping out. Dumbass.
Wow.
Dumbass.
Wow. And you're talking about your need for money for your family and shit. Were you thinking about your family when you posted racist dumb shit online? Were you thinking?
See, let's find some more. Let's see. This one's here, but I don't know if this one will get the video flag. That's why I don't want to really, put this out. me see. So, like, sir, are you there? Can you hear me? Officer Commandant, can you hear me?
Yeah, Khan.
Did you catch that?
So like a Khan, carnal.
Did you catch that guy, Chud the Builder? This is him right here.
Yeah. General Jaime was breaking it down. He has an affinity for getting beat up by.
He get it on.
Yeah, see y'all real.
You know.
No. What, y'all want to interview? Come on. Y'all are grown-up professionals. You got a high-dollar watch on your wrist. You ain't chipping out. Y'all are cool. I like y'all. So for real, Popeyes?
That's the one. Go down.
No, because they told me that KFC, I worked at KFC. They said that the KFC, they put them in a steam box. And then over here, they got it at the fucking, it's all aired out.
Oh, yeah, that's Chud the Builder, right? And you said General Hyman spoke about him, sir? Damn.
Yeah, he spoke about him on Thursday night's class, scripture breakdown.
Okay.
He's talking about how there's a name. It's called like a racist masochist or something like that, where white people do this type of behavior because they're looking to get beat up. It arouses them to get beat up by class.
That it arouses them.
But if we go back to the story,
to Ashley Gonzalez,
I wanted to say this, that it doesn't just give our brothers and sisters authority; it shapes their behavior. So yeah, most of the time you have Blacks and Hispanics who end up acting like what the uniform represents. The thing is that it's so people are reacting to the clip, right? Because she's
right.
She said that it felt good to, what did she say, to release,
to say it, to release the hatred that she had, to say it, that if
right. And I was looking it up, and she said it felt like when she was in the military.
Right.
You understand? So this behavior, you're gonna find it in the military and the police force and the ICE and every agency in America, right? And there's a system behind it. And the thing is that we have to challenge it. We have to demand accountability, and we can't let division distract Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans from the true problem. What is the true problem? The problem is the mindset, the behavior. You understand?
Right.
And we have to ask ourselves, are we arguing with each other while the real issue stays untouched? You understand? And if I could, carnal, if you could give me Proverbs 22 and 24, because the issue is who are you affiliated with? You understand? In the UPK, we won West. We no cowards, no excuses. because we're not affiliated with anyone. Like, anybody who affiliates with us will become a man of God, will become a prince of the power, will become a princess. You understand? And the thing is that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they have a mindset that is affiliated with the enemy. They pledge to the United States. They make they take oaths with the enemy. Can you read it when you got it, Carnal?
Come on, concert. I got it right here. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 24. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go.
You understand? The angry man is Donald Trump.
Right.
It's everybody who's really is America, is the oppressor. He's an angry man. He's what did it say? A furious man?
Right, a furious man.
Can you read that again, Kanan?
Khan.
Thou shalt not go.
Well,
I mean,
with
thou shalt not go
man,
means
right. And
thou shalt not go, meaning don't follow an angry, furious man, because the oppressor is the most barbaric, the most lunatic. You understand? You cannot follow the oppressor. Continue, Carnal.
Next verse. Lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul.
Lest thou what?
Learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul.
Lest thou
learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul.
And get a snare to thy soul. Learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. You just don't observe behavior. You absorb it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have absorbed the oppressor's behavior. And if you align yourself with the system that's built on hatred, built on the destruction of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right, that moves a certain way, you start to move like it unless you consciously fight it.
Right.
You hang with it and you become it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have to fight against it consciously. Every time you hear anything that goes against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have to click. Something in your mind has to click. You have to say, you know what? I can't support this. Right. This is an attack against me and my people. You understand? And the thing is that you don't think that it's an attack on you because you have you're a citizen, because you have this and that. You work for the government. You know how many idiots thought saying that Latinos for Trump wasn't an attack against them. And where are they? They're Donald Trump sent them back home.
Right.
You understand? Because he hates you. He wants to destroy you. He doesn't want to see you prosper in his land.
Right.
And because you didn't fight it consciously, you wanted to join it. You understand? You hung with that mentality and you destroy your people. And then he said, you know what? I don't need you no more. There's more people that are younger than you. And you know what? I'm just gonna send you back, and your son would do it for me. He will understand why I sent you back, but he'll fight for me. I need to get the youth. I'm gonna use your son to get the youth, and then once he uses your son, so on and so on. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you need to stop aligning yourself with a man who, what the scripture say again? So like, can you read it?
Lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to that soul.
No, so from the top. So like you.
No, sweat, sir. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with the furious man thou shalt not go. Lest thou learn his ways,
right,
and get a snare to that soul.
There you go. You learned the oppressor's ways because you made a friendship with an angry man. And you went with the furious man, the oppressor. And now your soul is in a snare. Go ahead, Carnal.
Next one. Be not thou one of them that strike hands.
So like it, Carnal, you.
Oh, so okay. So you know, that's what she represents, right? Like the like you just said, right? Her soul got snared, right? Is what happened. She got a snare in her soul, and she learned his ways, right? And an example of how she learned his ways.
All Hispanics that think like her,
right? All the ones that think like her,
right?
Learned his ways, and the proof that it's his ways is I just showed you Chud the Builder, who is expressing exactly what this country truly feels about so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And let me say this, right? Because we're going to talk about anti-blackness and its origin. And we're going to talk about anti-blackness in the Latino community. And as I stated earlier, right? To all you raza out there, all you pro-raza, you know, brown pride, you know, we got to stick to our Mexican culture and we can't be like the quote-unquote blacks. I'm about to show you vatos out there something, man. I'm about to show you vatos something, man. You know, because a lot of y'all think like that. A lot of y'all think like Ashley Gonzalez, you know, especially for y'all that gangbang that have been in, you know, institutionalized and in prison, you know. And let me say this, right, for argument's sake. Yes, the hatred exists on both sides, right? So-called blacks and Mexicans hate each other, but no one ever truly addresses the reason why. I've seen these videos brought up online. I don't know if you noticed, sir, but I'm noticing that every day I'm seeing a video made from some FBA cat trying to take an example of Ashley Gonzalez and use that to say that all Mexicans are racist towards black people. And then in turn, you'll see someone, right, take that same video that FBA cat made and then say that all black people are racist towards Mexicans. So it's like, to me, I don't know. It's just a hunch, but it seems to me like something is going on to where this is purposely being pushed. Because my question is why someone like Ashley Gonzalez, knowing you're a police officer, knowing how your job is already under intense scrutiny, why would you go on a racist rant and put that out if you didn't have nothing to gain from it? Right? Why would you put that out knowing, did you you really think no one was going to see that? Like, you know what I'm saying, sir? Like, it's odd to me that you would go put that out knowing the job you're in, knowing the situation, and you put it out on a social media platform, and you didn't think there was going to be consequences for that. You thought, what you think, that you have freedom of speech and nothing was going to happen? Chud the Builder learned that something happened. I think he's jammed up right now. I think they demonetized him. I think he got arrested. All types of things, you know. Let me shout out the chat real quick. In here we got Matamyad, Shalom Kanad, Yahabashim Shabrakata. Oh, and we got Matamyad and Ashiyar, right? Shalom Kanad, Yahabashim Shabrakata. And orale, up in here we got Mighty Priest and Officer Kwadasha Allah. Man, what's going down with you, Karnal? Yahabashim Shabrakata. We got the sister Mariah in here. Shalom, sister. How was Shamar? Elatha Bashim, how was Shy? You know, everyone tuning in, right? Let me say real quick one more time. Yahweh Shem Shah Barakatah to the carnales. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahweh Shai to the mujeres. We got Trooper Shakat in here. Hey, Shalom Carnal, Lord of Christ. You know, but as I was stating, right? And then Soy tu Padre 630 said, see, and this is what we're talking about, sir. Look what this cat said. He said, to me, the majority of the blacks got hate for raza. Just look at black social media channels like Black Alpha, Afro Elite, and Red Supreme. I don't know who they are. Soy tu Padre 6360. But let me tell you this, right? You're doing exactly what you know they're doing, where you'll take what they say, right? And then you just put in your statement, you just said the blacks got hate for raza because those 3 social media users went and put content out. You understand? They're doing this, they're making the same argument about us. And that's what I'm noticing a lot of people aren't waking up to. Both of us are making videos about each other, saying how much we hate each other. And that should let you know something, man. But so through Padre, I got something for you too, carnal. You understand? I got something for you too that I'm gonna bring out right now, because this is what's funny, right? Mexicans, you hate black people, not realizing that you're hating yourself. A lot of y'all don't think that you're black, when as a matter of fact, we're black too. We were called black also, and I'm gonna show you the proof. A lot of y'all, right, are all brown pride, indigenous roots. Well, you know what they were calling indigenous people back then? Let me show y'all something. All you got to do is use the Google machines, man. As John Muhammad says, right? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. He said, yes, brother.
Can you hear me, Kana?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's been across the board with them. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. With them, that's the problem. You see them as them. Them are us, and us are them, as I'm about to show you. Go ahead, sir.
Malagma, if I could real quick, Kana.
Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're going in and out.
Yeah. So, if I could, man, this brother couldn't come to think, right? Because he said and about the agencies that are about the detention centers.
So, like, say again. So you're breaking up,
right? You couldn't come to think about who is blacks are not in our.
Oh, dang it! We lost you, sir. So, like, after Commandant, you dropped off the stream, sir. No sweat. So, like, you there, sir?
Like,
can you hear me?
Karna?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. Well, where did I left off, man?
Salai, I didn't hear. Salai, you couldn't hear anything you brought out, right, sir.
You said what? What's the last thing?
Couldn't hear any of it. Like, it was just in and out, choppy. We got someone that jumped into
sir. This connection is horrible.
Yeah, we got someone by the name of George Q. Oh, he dropped out. Never mind. All right, no sweat. If I could, I'm gonna read this for meantime, right? For everyone that's until I'll
so like, can you hear me?
Oh, you get it? Yeah, I can hear you now, sir. Yeah, I can hear you now. Salakia, once you get, meanwhile while you get situated, sir, I'm gonna read this real quick. So for all you raza out
Keep
there,
rocking, my
okay, no sweat, sir. For all you pro raza out there, right? Like as I was saying, all you brown pride raza, right? You know, we got our own shit. We don't, you know, that's the blacks. Leave that to the blacks, right? Well, let me read something for y'all, man. I asked a question to Google. It says, were indigenous people of Mexico called Negro or Negro by the Europeans? And this is what it said. It said, yes, some European colonizers occasionally use the term Negro, black, to describe indigenous people in Mexico and the Americas, while primarily used for Africans. Negro was sometimes used by Spanish and Portuguese explorers as a broad, often imprecise descriptor for various darker-skinned peoples, sometimes interchangeably with Indios. So they were calling indigenous people back then black. You know, they were calling your indigenous ancestors black. So what's that lead you to believe? That black is not a race. It's a condition. It's a social status. You understand? Salaki, sir, Officer coming out. Can you see? It looks like we got someone in here by the name of George Q. I don't know if they got a quick. You want me to bring them up? Salaki, sir, Officer coming out. Can you see?
Hold on. Make sure that brother has a shirt on and everything.
He's got a shirt on.
Most on Christ, but so like I just want to address the other brother real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Like blacks are not the ones that kidnapping us, throwing us in cages, surveillancing us. You understand? We and if that's what you believe, right? Black Hispanics hate on Hispanics more than blacks hate on Hispanics.
Right.
Blacks hate on blacks more than Hispanics hate on blacks.
Right.
But where did we learn the hatred from? Where did we learn to hate and hurt one another? We learned it from the oppressor who is hurting us every goddamn day. You see a news, you see a social enemy of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But go ahead, what is
George? I don't know if that's really look like an Edomite, sir. Salakia.
He dropped off.
I don't know. We'll see if he hops back in. We'll see what he has to wants to come with. But yeah, you know what I mean. I brought this out to prove that we're black also. So when we go on racist rants like Ashley Gonzalez, I don't know. Like he dropped out. We'll find out though if he comes back.
Man. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, concert. So people, right? Ashley Gonzalez, when she was dissing black people, she was dissing herself because I'm pretty sure she has indigenous ancestors. You understand? Like a majority of us so-called Latinos, majority of us so-called Mexicans have indigenous ancestors, right? You know, they were called black because they were brown. You understand? The white man called our people brown, like who were darker, you know, had a darker skin tone or a brown skin tone, you know, called them black. It wasn't just so-called black African Americans, you know, that were labeled that. We were too, or we are. So we're also black. So when we go diss black people, we're dissing ourselves, man. We're the same people, man. You understand? They call them negros or negros de la tierra. And then here's the proof that it was talking about us, because it says while primarily used for Africans, because this oppressor teaches that so-called black people are Africans, Negro was sometimes used by Spanish and Portuguese explorers as a broad, often imprecise descriptor for various darker-skinned peoples. And of course, our indigenous ancestors are dark, man. You got a tío or a tía that looks like John Redcorn, man. You know, you got your father looks like John Redcorn. Your mom looks like La India Maria, man. You know, because that's who we come from, right? We have indigenous roots. Well, the white man called them black. It was only later down the line he started changing the terms around and started making us think that we were two separate people. Started changing the terms around, you know. And now I want to present this, right? I also asked, you know, Google, where did anti-blackness in the Latino community originate? And this is what it says. It says anti-blackness in the Latino community originated from Spanish colonialism, starting with the arrival of colonizers in the Americas in 1521. And it's, you know what, sir? It dawned on me, man. Why do you think that in our community, the Latino community, it's frowned upon to be indigenous? Why we look, you know, why we're so quick to not want to be indigenous? Why darker complexion is frowned upon? Okay, we got George Q back in here. I'm gonna bring him up real quick. See what he has to say. George Q, you're here. You're tuning into the Inconvenient Truth. Did you have a question or comment?
Yeah, how you doing, Isu?
I'm sorry, say again.
How are you doing, Isu?
I cannot understand what you just said, man.
Can you hear me, Isu? How are you doing?
I don't know what an Isu is, but I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, Esau. How are you, Esau? You okay? You look white as snow, boy. You look like Esau.
And what do you look like, dum-dum?
You white, but you white as snow. You milk, boy.
What do you look like? What do you look like?
Esau. Let's get to it, Esau.
Get to what?
You know what? You Esau, man. Look at you. You pale face. What's up, pale face?
Hey, George. You ever heard this term in Spanish? You want me to say it to you?
You're Esau, friend. You pale.
El burro hablando de orejas. The donkey talking about ears.
You look pale like.
Be quiet, man. You talk too goddamn much. Did you have something to present, or are you just here to troll? Complexion, by the way, complexion doesn't denote your ethnicity, man. You understand? Yeah, I might be lighter complected, but that doesn't denote my ethnicity, man. You don't know who I am. You don't know who my family is. You don't know who I descend from. But judging by the way you're reacting, and I see the way you're talking, you're just here to troll, man. So you know what, man? I'm going to just boot you out. This cat really came in to do all that. There's a reason why for the listening audience, right? Let me say this, right? There's a reason why the Bible says in Numbers 1:18, you are, you know, what is it? You are the seed of your father. You are who your father is, right? For this reason, because you'll get ignorant people like that will come up here, look at you, and think that because you're lightly complected, you know what I mean? You're automatically white. And what he just demonstrated was white supremacy, the lies of white supremacy, right? All of a sudden now, if you're lighter tone, you have to have white on you when that is a lie. You're Esau, man. Oh, so this is who you are, really? Is this your real name, Justin Pulley? Is this you right here? So now we know who you are, and I'm not Esau, man. I'm Issachar. You're Esau. Judging by the way you're acting, that you acted just like Esau. And no, I didn't drop you out, Justin. You dropped yourself out. I did mute you though, because you wouldn't be quiet and let me talk. Mr. Like, sir, you there? This guy. How are you gonna talk, man? How are you gonna talk? So like, Ashley, comment, are you there?
Hold on, carnal. Let me what happened, carnal?
So this guy was just a troll. He's calling. He's trying to be funny. He's trying to deny and say, you know, he's trying to deny being Esau by trying to say we're Esau. And it's funny because didn't I just bring out the precept earlier in John 8:44 when it says when he speaketh of a lie, he speaketh of his own. So this cat just proved he's Esau. That's funny as hell, man. But yeah, sir. Back to the topic, right? I was about to bring out where anti-blackness originates in the Latino community, right? And this is what I asked Google. And it says, right? It says anti-blackness in the Latino. So like, sir, go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you, sir. You're going in and out though.
God damn it. Yeah, I think when you was trying to let the troglodyte on, I think that slowed my connection down.
Did it? Then it's a lie, sir.
Got them troglodyte. Go crawl back to your cave, damn devil.
Yeah, you're proving how you're Esau. You just proved it.
But you know what I mean? We here for the brother Soy. The brother Soy.
Yes. Right, sir. So did you want me to read this?
Like I sent you.
Go ahead.
To a clip. Can't tell me that in his household they didn't say the right terms against blacks. You understand?
Right.
We even say the same thing. You know, they'll tell you to stay away from Salvadorians just as much as to stay away from blacks.
Right.
You understand? But we're the same people.
Right.
So like again, I think this is going in and out.
Yeah, the connection keeps going in.
Esau, man.
No sweat, sir. No, so you say you sent me some information. Good night.
No, I put it in the inconvenient truth message.
In the what? And they can be on Facebook.
If you can play that video.
Come on.
And this is for brothers to understand that his name Michael Rappaport.
Hey, how much?
This one right
Michael
here?
Rappaport is on video on the record saying that he gets paid to make tweets against the other people. You understand? Right. Just know that when the brother said, "Oh, these groups," he said, some groups, right? This and that from the ones that to create those groups. There's a lot of Hispanic groups that are created to go against blacks. But who's behind the groups? Is the oppressor. We have let the oppressor infiltrate us. And for money, you will show your mother. For money, you will sleep with the oppressor. Salakia, that's disgusting. But go ahead, carnal. Play it when you got
it right here, sir.
Agitator rates or just strict protest rates? Like just like sign up, put your code on, hold a sign that was pre-made for
Signs
you,
low.
obviously.
You just hold a sign. I got a couple of pictures holding signs. I can tell you those contracts are lower, maybe 20 an hour to hold a sign.
Oh,
You want to outside agitate? I go 50 an hour.
Nice.
I go 50 an hour. And then that.
Go ahead.
He said pre-made signs. You understand? There's somebody out there that's creating an agenda, and they're just paying people to take what they have come up with that is opposing the other side, and they paying people to go out there and hold the signs.
So
Go ahead, continue.
Come on.
He's talking about the rates.
Good night.
Once we pass certain temperatures, we're in the negatives. Like negative 30
Listen to
Minneapolis,
what
I'm
he
charging
said
100 an hour to
for-
be
for-
out here.
for the-
Yeah,
for
you
the-
better.
You know who's paying me too.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
the
I got the same
listeners.
check last week.
Exactly, I know.
We get like, I mean, I was getting 35 an hour, but
For the viewers.
you know, I wasn't screaming my lungs off. I was
Yeah.
only I was
There's
screaming.
contingencies.
Yeah.
In these.
Well, they make you
agitator-
wear those decibel readers to see how loud you're
They
actually
do.
chanting.
They do. And the right doesn't know. MAGA doesn't know about that yet.
Yeah.
MAGA doesn't know about the decibel readers. I got one on me right now. Really,
Yeah.
it's paid.
Speaking of being paid, how much do you get paid to protest? I know that's a pretty
Usually
popular thing.
protest rates go like outside agitator rates or just strict protest rates.
Like just like sign up, put your code on, hold a sign that was pre-made for
Signs
you,
low.
obviously.
You just
right?
hold a sign. I got a couple of pictures holding signs. I can tell you those contracts are lower, maybe 20 an hour to hold a sign. You want to outside agitate? I go 50 an hour.
Nice.
I go 50 an hour. And then that once we pass certain temperatures, we're in the negatives. Like negative 30 Minneapolis, I'm charging 100 an hour to be out here.
Yeah,
Dang.
you better.
You know who's paying me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I got the same check last week.
Exactly, I know.
We get like, I mean, I was getting 35 an hour, but you know, I wasn't screaming my lungs off. I was
Yeah.
only I was
There's
screaming.
contingencies.
Yeah.
In these.
Well, they make you
agitator-
wear those decibel readers to see how loud you're
They
actually
do.
chanting.
They do. And the right doesn't know. MAGA doesn't know about that yet.
Yeah.
MAGA doesn't know about the decibel readers. I got one on me right now. Really,
Yeah.
it's paid.
Speaking of being paid, how much do you get paid to protest? I know that's a pretty
Usually
popular thing.
So he's getting paid. So he's getting paid 100 an hour to go agitate, to go do all that. Is what he's saying, right? So, Locke, did you freeze up, sir? Hey, Justin, is that how much you're getting paid right now to come up in here and try to disrupt and troll? Are you getting paid 100?
They get paid to go to create conflict.
Right, like go in there and agitate. Right, what's the term? Be an outside agitator. So like, so I think you're breaking up.
Hold on, can is it cutting off or?
Yeah, it's cutting off. Let me tell this guy because he keeps, Justin Pooley. Let me tell you something, man.
Okay.
If you have an honest question and something to talk about on the topic, you can come back up here and ask your question. But if you're just gonna come up here and over talk and just repeat, like troll and repeat and not be serious, then why am I gonna bring you up? Why am I gonna bring you up here? You're not trying to talk. You're just trying to, be the child you are, right? Because you have no, I don't know how to say it, no sense of, what's the term? You lack that intelligence to, have a conversation. You got that ADHD from what it sounds like from the way you were acting. So why would I bring you back up here? You're not trying to have a conversation. You're just trying to, act all hyper on the show. You can go somewhere else for that, man. But go ahead, sir. Oh man, he dropped out the thing. I think it's you. I think you're disrupting the internet, man. You know, I don't know what you're doing, Justin, but ever since you came up on here, the internet just started tripping even more, man. Meantime, you know what? Until Officer Commandant returns, let me go back to what I was bringing out, right? So he brought out is that people like you, right, Justin? You know what? Stick around, Justin, and hear this, right? People like you go and agitate people, man. People like you go and disrupt people. You know, you're probably the same cat as Chud the Builder that goes and wants to antagonize and rage bait people, which is what it really looked like when you came up here. That's why you keep repeating the same thing over and over again. You want to accuse me of cutting you off from the conversation. You're saying let's talk when you're not trying to talk. You're just trying to disrupt. See, and now you're saying I'm shook. No one's shook. Shook of what? You repeating the same thing over and over again? You're trying to make it manifest? Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah, okay, Justin. But yet you're the type of person that likes to go and agitate. You're the type of people that is like Chud the Builder, right? And want to go and get a reaction out of people. You're not gonna get it here, man. You're just wasting your time. You understand? You know? And this is what I'll say, right? Anti-Blackness in the Latino community, right? This Justin Pulley's the reason for it. People like him are the reason for it, why it exists. People like Ashley Gonzalez, Justin Pulley is the reason for that. You understand? Justin Pulley, the white man, the oppressor, you know what? They're the reason for it, for that. You understand? You know, and you know what? That's who you should blame. This is who you should hold accountable. Hold this devil right here accountable right here. You understand? This guy right here is the reason why, you know, our people are messed up in the head. You understand? Why our people, you know, are hating each other because of people like him. You understand? And that's why, you know, yeah, I'm not red like Esau, dumb. But you know, we got Officer Commandant back. You are though, Justin. You're red like Esau.
Can you hear me, Karna?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Hey, first of all, Justin, prove in the Bible that your skin color makes you a people. Prove it in the Bible.
He might be a small hat, sir. Salakia
is your race, your ethnicity.
Oh, look.
You understand? Because you have Bob Marley. His skin, you know, he's melanated, but he is of his father, the devil. His father
Justin
is an overseer. A goddamn. Can you hear me, Karan?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, Karan. So, you know, Bob Marley's father is an oppressor. Bob Marley has kinky hair. He has certain features that people may believe that he's black and he's not. Prove me in the Bible. Show me in the Bible. Put it in the comments. If you can do that, we'll let you on. I want to see how intelligent, what type of knowledge you have, because we're not going to let anybody up here, especially acting like a goddamn child.
Acting like a dumbass.
So prove me in the Bible that your skin color makes you a race of people. If you can't do that, shut your goddamn mouth and crawl back into your cave, you troglodyte.
Damn right. He said, ain't no oppressing you. You have a job, a home, a car, food on the table, and a bank account. You know, Justin, that's about the whitest answer you can give, man. You know?
It's like
go ahead, sir.
Not until he proves quick, Arnan. Not until this devil proves in the Bible chapter and verse where your skin color determines your race. Let's continue with the program, Carnal.
What kind, sir? So where was that? Okay. So where did it originate from? As I was saying, people like Justin Pulley are who it originated from. His people. And here it goes. Anti-Blackness in the Latino community originated from Spanish colonialism. Started with the arrival of colonizers in the Americas in 1521. It was ingrained through a strict racial caste system, ranking people by proximity to whiteness and the enslavement of African and indigenous peoples. This legacy established colorism and systemic anti-Blackness, which persists today. So, as I was saying earlier, sir, you know, that you're wondering why it's frowned upon to be indigenous. It's frowned upon to be black because of, you know, of this oppressor, because of the Spaniards, because of the Europeans, of the British, of the Germans, of the Italians. They brought white supremacy and they put it in their you know, they incorporated it in what you call a caste system. You understand? And that's why today, you know, we use the term raza, right? And I know that there's controversy with that term, right? They'll say para mejorar la raza, which is the lighter you are, the better you are, right? And unfortunately, you know, that's what's been plaguing our communities, you know, right? Colorism, and why you'll get, you know, interracial couples, you know, where they'll get with a white woman or a white man, thinking that that's going to make things better. But as time has shown, it has not made things better. Things have stayed the same, if not got worse, right? Interracial relationships have not ended racism as people thought. You understand? That's because of this oppressor, you know, and the lies he pushed. But yes, anti-Blackness, right, comes from this oppressor. That's why when you look at Ashley Gonzalez, right, she learned it from the oppressor. And here's key aspects of its origin include colonial caste system. Spanish colonizers placed white Spaniards at the top of the social hierarchy, while black and indigenous people were relegated to the bottom. Whitening ideologies. The practice of gracias al sacar allowed mixed-race individuals to buy certificates of legal whitening to escape the lowest social rung. Mestizaje myth. Many Latin American nations promoted mestizaje, a cultural mix of indigenous and Spanish, to define national identity, which functioned to erase black and indigenous history, creating a myth that Latin America is non-racist. And we're seeing that today, right? Proximity to whiteness. Anti-black sentiment is often perpetuated by lighter-skinned Latinos seeking upward mobility by aligning with white supremacy, a behavior that predates immigration to the U.S. Why? Because once again, this comes from this oppressor, right? While anti-blackness is often incorrectly viewed as a U.S.-only phenomenon, it is a deeply embedded legacy of Latin America's own historical experiences with slavery and European colonial ideologies, right? And it comes to, you know, it comes back to colorism, right? To keep us separated, keep us at odds with each other, you know? Oh, I was coming to talk. What happened, sir? Did you drop out? No sweat. You understand? So what Ashley Gonzalez displayed, right, goes back to colonialism, goes back to the Spanish. That's why when a lot of y'all are trying to blame Mexicans, say Mexicans are racist, Mexicans are not racist. Spaniards are racist. And Mexicans trying to be like this oppressor, trying to be like the Europeans, is why we would be quote unquote racist. You understand? We learned that from you, Justin, right? You're the racist. You're the white supremacist in here, man. Already trying to push colorism that you think because I'm lighter complected, now I'm white. You understand? When you don't know me, you don't know my family history. You don't know who I am.
Hey, Malak, can you hear me?
Go ahead, sir. Just like I don't know you, but based off your stance, you're already defending, you know, coming out from the stance of an Edomite, from the stance of white people. But go ahead, sir.
He's showing his ignorance because he's calling me
an African
when I'm a Hispanic. He's a fucking pendejo.
A pendejo, right? You're a pendejo, Justin. That's what you are.
You're giving a fucking pendejo. You know what I'm saying? Don't cast your pearls onto a pendejo. You understand?
Right.
like he's saying that I'm African, but I'm Hispanic. I'm a so-called Hispanic. That's how you know
I'm
that
Mexican.
he doesn't know a goddamn thing. He's just
right.
Open up and he's running his goddamn mouth.
Hold on. I got something
Mexican.
for him.
You understand?
This is Justin right now. Justin's like this. When we don't let him on, he goes like this.
You know what I'm saying? And before we know fucking pendejo.
Yeah, this guy's he proves how unintelligent and dumb this oppressor is, sir. That's funny how these oppressors always come off like they're intelligent and they know something, and then they show how dumb they are. But calm concert. But Salaki, did you want me to did you have something else for me to play?
Predicting himself. He called me a African, and now he's calling me East.
The way he did, I don't know if you heard the way he said Esau. He sounded like the way the small hats say it.
You don't know a goddamn.
Oh man. You already heard what the terms were, dummy. Do what you were told to do, and then maybe we'll let you back on. Present the proof, right? That your identity and your ethnicity is based on off your skin tone. Bring me the book, chapter, and verse that says you're an Israelite or an Edomite by the color of your skin. See that's all you can do. You're on my show, man. This is my show. How are you gonna tell me to hush my mouth on my show, dum-dum? You can go keep it moving if you don't like it. You can go, go one of those 8chan sites and do, go cry about, go bring out what you really want to say, right? Get the racism off your chest, Justin. Get the racism off your chest. Go ahead. Go on that, what is it, Kick or Twitch or whatever it is that you white boys like doing. Why don't you go on Grindr, man? Go on Grindr, man, and go live your secret lifestyle that you really live, man. You're hilarious, man. But until we get Officer Commandant back, I'm gonna continue, man. So she did this, right? And now this was the second video she made.
Reflection, honestly, because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So anyway, I hope you all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post. I deleted it. I just feel really bad. I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned and it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I think I just need to go to therapy. And I need to go to church. And I just need some like self-reflection, honestly. Because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So anyway, I hope y'all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post. I deleted it.
Well, of course, right? She made that response, you know, and was showing tears and trying to make it seem like she's remorseful because, of course, lo and behold, she got fired, right? That racist video she made, she put out. The police department found out about it and allegedly fired her. Then, of course, she got blacklisted on the internet. Everyone knows who she is now. Now she's facing all types of backlash. You understand? So now she's made this apology. And now the question I have for y'all out there is, do you think this is a genuine apology? Do you think she was actually being remorseful? Or was she just apologizing because she got busted, because she got exposed and is now facing all types of backlash? Lord allow we get Officer Commandant back, and that's my question to y'all out there. Like, was this genuine or is this just fake? Fake like Justin. Let's see. Okay, back to you. Officer Commandant, you back? Meanwhile, while we wait for Officer Commandant, like I think she just made this video to show that she just trying to make it seem like she's remorseful, but I don't know if she really is or not. So like, sir, you back with us? While you get situated, sir, I will continue. Damn, man. Yes, Salakia. When we say the oppressor is the devil, the oppressor is the devil, man. Always trying to shut down our internet. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Can you hear me, sir?
No. Yeah. How am I coming in? Is it suave?
It's still a little choppy. I
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
It just keeps going in and out, carnal.
No sweat. But yeah, I was just playing her apology. I don't know if you heard her apology, sir.
Yeah, I heard about it. You know what I mean? And the thing is that you don't have to be out here looking like a goddamn fool apologizing. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts. If you stop believing in this system, you stop believing in America, you won't be out here looking like a goddamn hypocrite. The reason why you out here apologizing is because you have shame. And shame is a goddamn demon.
Right.
A demon that's trying to expose you, trying to destroy you. And that is the oppressor. The oppressor is the reason for that demon. Justin is the one on Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans' shoulder telling lies.
Right.
Trying to convince us that we're Esau. Trying to convince us, oh, you're American. The American dream. Be all you can be. You understand? Justin knows that his end is near. And he wants Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to believe that they're just like him and Edomite.
Right, sir.
So you can be destroyed with him. Because what is Esau known for? He's known for having emotional episodes. And once Esau has an emotional episode, oh, he wants to unalive himself. He wants to go cut his flesh. He wants to get on drugs. He wants to go get in camel gun and go unalive everybody and then kill himself. But if he doesn't do that, what's another way that he will plan to take you out?
Right.
Try to convince you that you are him.
Right.
He knows his end is near. He knows that he can no longer, we're no longer falling. He knows that we're waking up to the truth, that we're above him. He can no longer look at us in our eyes without us knowing is our number one enemy, and that he is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
He knows that one day he and his family and his children are going to bow down to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and bring justice to what his people have caused blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All the Hispanics and Native Americans are living in America. We're gonna bring justice to those crimes that he and his people have committed as guys and people. You understand? And you know, he wants to tell us he's exposing himself. He called himself Esau. He's talking about all the sunscreen that he wears.
Right.
You understand? The sun is about to burn like an oven in the summer. Justin is going to be marked out here in America.
Right.
He's going to be a red devil, a red pink face devil, because the Lord is about to expose him. You understand? When he gets mad, when he goes and looks himself in the mirror, he's going to be red because he's mad that he can't come on stage with God's chosen people because he's ignorant and he's a troglodyte. He's mad, you understand, that we're no longer believing on his lies. Justin is going to turn red. If it gets cold, he turns red.
Right.
If it's hot, he turns red. You slap Justin, he turns red. You understand? He is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And you don't have to wear sunscreen to know that you're the goddamn devil. You understand? Let's get with the next.
God, I was going to say this right. So that was his that was her apology. This is what the brother brought out, and that this is what I want people's thoughts and opinions on, right?
Everybody got a problem with accepting Ashley Gonzalez's apology. But it's funny, everybody that got a problem is either black or Mexican. And the hypocrisy is you don't want to forgive your sister, Ashley Gonzalez, for her remarks, her ignorant remarks that she made. But the reality is, you in a Christian church. You worshiping white Jesus. You worship a white God and follow white traditions. You forgiving them for everything. But you can't forgive your sister who apologized. And even if she did, it doesn't matter. She's still your sister. You love Jesus so much, but Jesus said to forgive the people that trespass against you. So your trespasses can be forgiven. But not with Ashley Gonzalez. Why? Because you love the white man. That's the root of it. You don't care about what Ashley Gonzalez did. Because if you did, you would stop going to the Christian church. You Muslims don't get a pass either. We know that William Farr Muhammad was a white man that y'all worship and say that is your Messiah. Y'all don't get a pass either. And I know something about my people. Y'all claim to stand up for black people when it's easy. But now when you got a Mexican person who goes through the same struggles as you, who comes from the same family as you want to speak against them because it's easy. But you're not gonna speak against that of a mother who raised you, beating you, and hated you your whole entire life. You still love her because that's mama. That's mommy. You're not gonna do that to that uncle who was coming up in that room late at night and doing all those cruel things to you at night. No, you know what you're gonna do? You're going to hate a Mexican because it's easier. Why can't you give Ashley Gonzalez that same love you gave your mom or your uncle or the white man? I tell you why. Because it pains you that you had to forgive the white man. Because it's harder. It's harder to accept that you were weak behind the white man and that you were weak behind your mama. But when it comes to a Mexican, to hell with that. That's easy for you to do. It's easy for you to hate them. Why? Because that's not your true enemy. Your true enemy is the one that you were weak and you already forgiven. But you can't be strong and to forgive the people that actually deserve it. And that's the problem with our people. Have that same energy towards the oppressor. And maybe we can do better in life. Maybe we can achieve things as a nation. But until then, stop making your own people the scapegoats. So everybody got a problem with accepting Ashley Gonzalez's.
So the brother brought out something heavy, right? And basically, you know, from what I'm getting from what this brother brought out is that whether, you know, you think the apology was genuine or not, just forgive her. Because that's what Christ taught. Christ taught to just forgive her, you know, to 70 times 7, you know. And my question to the people out there is, what do y'all think in that? Do you think that she should just be forgiven? And yeah, that is the attitude that's going to be put out there. Like many people don't want to forgive her. They're going to say she took it too far. A lot of people are going to say, well, the hell with these Mexicans, right? And then the response to life will be like,
this is the thing for any black Hispanic. So like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Carnal. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Carnal?
Yeah, I can hear you, Carnal.
This is the thing, though, right? She should be forgiven. But any Hispanic and Native American that thinks like her, has her type of behavior, what are you going to do with the forgiveness? Are you just going to ask for forgiveness just to try to make this whole thing go away? Or are you going to ask forgiveness and repent and never look over your shoulder and think like that ever again? That is the question.
So you broke up, Mom. What was that again? You said
where did it break off from?
That last part. I couldn't really hear you.
What's the part it broke off at, Carnal Salaki?
You were thinking about, you know, how to forgive her, why we should forgive her.
Oh, okay. So like, maybe the whole thing cut off, but I was saying that what is she gonna do with brothers and sisters' forgiveness? Is she gonna receive the forgiveness and continue act and never have that character ever again? Is she gonna stop looking over her shoulder with that mentality,
right?
Or she as a sister who holds herself with accountability. Did it come through, carnal, or did it cut off?
It cut off again.
Damn, that's a lot.
No sweat, no sweat.
Go ahead, you got it, carnal.
Nah, no sweat, carnal. That kind of get more or less the miss what you're saying, right? Like, just like you can forgive America, right? For a lot of y'all out there, y'all can forgive America, no problem. Then forgive Ashley Gonzalez, no problem. And definitely Ashley Gonzalez should never have a job in law enforcement. That's first and foremost, right? She should never be put in a position to where where she's in charge of somebody's life, where she's in charge of somebody's freedom, where she's required to have a unbiased opinion, like on a jury or something, right? She should definitely never be on anything like that because she already has demonstrated that she's going to be biased, So absolutely, she should not be on that. You should forgive her. You can forgive America, no problem. Forgive her. You understand? And understand that, the real reason why she's like that is because of this oppressor, because of America, because of that Christian church. Because ask yourself this, what religion do you think Ashley Gonzalez is? What religion you think taught her to go join the Marines and go join the police department? It's the same religion that Mr. Pooley here is, which is Christian. I'm assuming you're a Christian, Justin, and you're a goddamn liar. No one cut you off from anything, And so, that's the reality of it, right? Christianity is white supremacy. That's what teaches everything. That's what has a base and a hand and everything, like in this society, in this oppressor society, And Salakia. Let's see if we get Kamala back up here. You understand? So, okay. Let's see if we get Officer Kamala back here.
I can hear you, Kana. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Kana. We got Officer Razana Yash. Hey,
yeah.
Shalom, Kana, Salakia.
Hey, Shalom, Kana. Yes,
but yeah, like that's the main thing, right? So this anti-blackness exists in our community because we've been pitted against one another, man. And before we close out, right, sir, because we're already at 149. Did you want to talk about Chicano Park?
Real quick, let's address that because I'm not sure if that brother Soy. One thing is that this story is going to prove that Hispanics have the same hatred for blacks, which he claims that blacks have a hatred for Hispanics. It goes both ways. You understand?
Right.
And the thing is that we have to fight against that mindset. You understand?
Right.
And the thing is that this Chicano story, Chicano Park story. No,
we could also sir. I could say we could also touch on it in the next episode.
What the real issue is.
Right.
Go ahead, Carnal.
I'll say the man of perdition revealed himself in our episode tonight. Justin Pooley is the reason why that exists. He's the reason why that whole situation exists, man. And and his whole what he represents is the white supremacy, is the brainwashing that befalls our communities, man. The colorism. yeah, we're quick to come at one another, right? I'll show you another example, so real quick, just since we're on the topic, and how the cycle perpetuates. Let me see if I got that one video. This is Zach. I don't know if you saw this video, but let me find that video by 44 Vato real quick, man. Because he made this response, and right, and that proves to what the issue is at hand, you know, with our people, man, and how these situations are used to perpetuate the issue more, right, and push that black and brown beef even more. And let me show you something. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something how you know how this, like how you brought out, was heavy, you brought that out earlier, right, about the outside agitators, sir, and how people get paid. And that's what I wonder, right? I don't know, maybe I don't want to make a conspiracy theory of Ashley Gonzalez, but I'm wondering if she was paid to put that video out, especially right now with the ICE, the situation going on with ICE, and how you're seeing, you know, black and brown unity pushed a lot more. I mean, we are teaching black and brown unity here in the ISUPK, you know, and I noticed that as we get more and more known now, our people now trying to put more, like a lot of this is being put out, you know. And I wonder if that's this oppressor purposely pushing this out to try and as an attempt to try and hinder our work, you know. But let me see. Let me find that video, Salakia. Because I think it's heavy. I think I found it. Where is it? Where is it? Go ahead, sir. Meantime, I try to find this. It's like y'all should come out. Can you hear me? So, like, sir, can you hear me? All right, let me see if I have it right here. Here we go. So, like, sir, God damn. No, so this is the video right here, sir. I don't know if you saw this video circulating. This is that cat. This is what this cat 44 Vato does.
Start helping ICE out and start snitching on them.
Bro, what is going on with people? I thought we had already resolved this issue. You see, I was actually just going to stop talking about this issue once and for all. But honestly, bro, videos like this make me want to start talking again. Bro, what did Raza do to you? That's all that I want to know. Just because a little Houston police officer came out and started saying some things about you guys, now you guys don't like all of us? Like I said before, if you don't like that police officer specifically, then you don't have to like her, bro. But why are you trying to rattle up everybody like if everybody thinks the same like her? I mean, just watch this video.
All my peoples out there, start helping ICE out and start snitching on them. Call the hotline and bloop, 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 bloop. Hey, yo, I saw these over there.
The only thing that you do with these type of videos is that you make people like you less. And then you wonder why people are commenting stuff like this. Well, it's because you started. And the sad part is there's no convincing people out of this mentality. I mean, look, if somebody commented this, a bag que está mojada, and then this dude liked that picture. Honestly, I was just gonna stop talking about this, but now every single time that I see a video like this, I am going to respond. I'm your boy 44 Vato. Let me know and drop a comment what you guys think about this one.
The reason.
So, like, sir, did you hear that? Also, comment, are you there? I don't know if you heard
Hold
one.
on. Yeah, I did. I was watching it. But 44 Vato has been exposed for being a Trump supporter.
Right.
You
That's
understand?
what I was gonna say.
He's been exposed. And, okay. You know what I mean? So 44 Vato, he's just a content creator, you know,
Right.
and he's gonna try to persuade people, you know, any kind of way because he's a content creator.
Right.
And you know, he's monetizing, he wants to make money. He's just chasing a bag, you understand? But he's going about it the wrong way, trying to cause contention between blacks and Hispanics. You know what I mean? Well, this is the thing that, you know, another thing too, that he brought some light to the topic that we were gonna touch on the Chicano part with Alicia Keys. You know, like he said some cool things about what transpired, but you know, he also makes videos like this, and you know, he's been exposed for who he really is. So you know, let's not support 44 Vato.
Right.
You know, if you watching this content, you know what I mean, don't believe everything that he says is true. He's just trying to make a bag.
Right. If I could, sir, what he did, right, shows the danger of the internet and the dangerous nature of content creation, which is to instigate things for views and for comments and for likes. And that's what a lot of people on both sides are doing. That's what I'm noticing, that like the cat in the video himself that's telling black people to snitch on Mexicans, you know, reporting the ICE. Like, he's doing the same thing for reactions, which is what 44 Vato's doing, right? And what y'all doing is y'all pitting both communities against one another for reactions. And I'm wondering if that's what Ashley Gonzalez was doing as well. She's trying to pit the Latino community against the black community for likes, for views, for comments, right? But this backfired on her because she got exposed. You understand? Chud the Builder is another devil that, you know, that devil is also like pushing racism for likes, views, and comments to get paid, because that's what the internet is showing. That's what the age is showing right now, is that racism makes money. It gets reactions, you know, and that's why all this is being pushed online, because people will click on it, people will get angry, people will argue with one another, and that makes that person's reel circulate. It'll get comments and circulate. That's why I ain't even blocked you, Justin Pulley, because you commenting on my video actually helps my video out. You helping us out, Justin. So we appreciate it. You know, so all the comments and the attention and the likes and the dislikes and all that generate money for these content creators. That's what people need. Y'all need to remember, man, that a lot of all this is content creation, man. And we need to not fall for it and not let this spill from the internet into the streets against one another, which is just a tool of this oppressor. They keep us at odds with one another, man. You know, and of course, I'm gonna pull a scripture before we close out. You know, which is Jeremiah. What is it? Jeremiah 50:33. Actually, let me go to Jeremiah 14:2. What is it? Jeremiah 14:2.
We're looking for Isaiah 14:2.
No, Jeremiah.
We should have
Jeremiah 14:2.
Oh yeah, the Judah mourning.
Yeah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Okay, you know, in this context, right? Judah is synonymous for Israel, right? Y'all can get technical and say it's just the Judites, it's just the southern kingdom, but you know, that term is used synonymously, right? Judah is in mourning, right? You know what I mean? Israel is in mourning. Why? Because we're oppressed. Why? Because we're going through hell in this place. You understand? And the gates thereof language. What was the purpose of a gate? A gate is to protect your community. Our communities are not protected here in America right now, man. That's why, you know, our people are not even safe going to a Walmart. Our people are not safe going to Walmart, are not safe going to court, are not safe going to drop their kids off at school. You understand? We have no protection. And they are black unto the ground. You understand? Black unto the ground is what? Represents that low state. And of course, you could say it represents skin tones, right? Brown, various shades of brown. But also, you know, black into the ground means the low state in this society. The caste system that Spanish caste system has Native Americans and black people at the bottom. You understand? And I just brought out that Native Americans, indigenous people, and black people, or as y'all call them, Africans, were classified as black. You understand? And the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. The cry of Jerusalem has gone up, meaning the cry of the Israelites has gone up to the Lord. The Lord is seeing our pain. The Lord is seeing the suffering we're going through in this place, man. And in the book of Revelation 2:9, what did Christ say? Christ said, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. You understand? But thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, right? But are the synagogue of Satan, which is talking about the Israelis, man, who took your identity. You understand? That's why they're living good and you know, living and running everything. Meanwhile, what's happening with you? You're over here fighting each other over what is it? Over a Facebook rant, over a TikTok video, over a TikTok reel. Y'all fighting each other. Y'all crashing out on each other over, you know, an opinion about you on the podcast. You understand? Y'all gossip about one another online and y'all let prison control your life, right? That's the low state, man. That's the destroyed state we are. Meanwhile, these small hats are living in power, are having you sing the music they want you to sing about. You know, they'll have you rapping about, you know, harming one another. And you know what happened with Megan Thee Stallion and all that? That small hat is making all that money off of you with your identity, Raza. You understand? So this is the proof that the Bible is talking about us. This is the solution to ending anti-blackness in the Latino community, man. When you learn to love your brother as yourself, when you learn to forgive your brother, man. You understand? That's how you start solving this, man. The brotherhood and the sisterhood we teach. When you wash your brain of that colorism that exists, of that caste system, then you stop doing things like Ashley Gonzalez. You understand? You stop having that mindset that Ashley had. And then now I'm going to go to the book of, what is it? Jeremiah 15:33. So we're coming up back in. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. So-called blacks and Hispanics, blacks and Mexicans, y'all are oppressing this place together, man. Let me put y'all onto something real quick, right? You ever notice, Officer Commandant, that we're still labeled Black Hebrew Israelites? You understand? You ever notice how we still get, you know, demonized and called, you know, BHIs? When you got people like yourself and I in here, when you got Latinos in here, when you got Native Americans in here, they still call us Black Hebrew Israelites. Why? Because they see us the same, man. They see us all the same. They see the children of Israel and the children of Judah oppressed together. And all of them, that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. They want to ridicule you. That's why you got cats like this Edomite in here, Justin Pulley, who tries to ridicule us for our complexion. Good night. For the complexion, right? When he speaks of a lie, he speaks of his own, because we're bringing out the truth about what's really going on. You understand? We're bringing out the truth about who we are as a people, and he doesn't want that. He doesn't want us to. He doesn't want the truth about who we are to come out. You understand? He doesn't want the truth about us being the children of Israel to come out, because he's in his heaven right now. You understand? They're in their heaven. They're living at the top right now, enjoying America, enjoying the state of Israel, enjoying Europe, in power, being worshipped, being seen as God. They're enjoying that. So that's why they refuse to let us go. And they understand that when we wake up to who we are, and when we start coming together as a people, their time is up. They know they have a short time. You understand? But it says that we're oppressed together. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you suffer in prison. You suffer at the hands of these corrupt police. You see the way the military and the police force destroy our minds and pit us against one another. You see how the toe colorism takes on us, right? We're oppressed together in this place. But it's like you, sir. I yield.
Yeah, I want to go back and tie it back to unity, right? Because
Salaki, sir. Oh, you still there, sir? Oh, he froze up and broke up. No sweat. Salaki, sir. You might have to go back out, and then come back in. Salaki, I think we lost Officer Kamada. No sweat, but that's what brought out, for the scripture. That's the thing, man. That we gotta come together as a people, man. That's why we push this black and brown unity. And a lot of y'all out there try to say, "Oh, it doesn't exist. There can never be unity with Mexicans and black people." We're the proof that there can be unity with Mexicans and black people, man. It exists here in the ISUPK. That's for sure, man. In here, man, we black and brown unity exists. Let me see if I can bring Officer Kamada back in. Did we lose him?
Man, so like I yield, because I think the connection
small hats.
is just fucked up. So like,
yeah, no sweat. It's a small hat, sir. They trying to stop this message. That's what it is.
You know what I mean? I was talking goddamn live, and then you know what I'm saying? So live.
So like, yeah, I see. I was trying. I took you out there and tried to bring you back in to see if that helped.
Goddamn pressure, man.
Yeah.
But I do want to get one last script and the live. If you could get what is it, Hebrews? It's horrible.
No sweat.
Did you hear the scripture I called for?
Hebrew. You said Hebrews, but I didn't get the chapter and verse. So like, sir, I just can you hear me? Damn. Yeah, so like you bear with us, Israel. You know, of course.
Hebrews 12 and 16.
Orale. Hebrews 12 and 16.
Yeah.
Orale, I'm right here. I got it. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Go ahead, Ghana.
So, like, lest there be any profane fornicator, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
There you go. Esau. That is your spirit, Justin.
Right.
All the Epstein files bear witness that you are a fornicator. You're profane. You understand? You and your people are fornicators, abusers of children, of women, profane. Go ahead, Carnal.
As Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
As who?
As Esau. As Esau, who for one morsel of meat. As Esau.
Justin Pooley.
As Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. As Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Verse 17, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. That's him. He's crying, like every time he responded, he was punching the air. And look what this cat said. He said, I'm still here. Let's discuss, and I will keep
Justin
it simple.
Pooley.
Yeah. That's Justin Pooley.
In his spirit that he's a crybaby.
Right.
He's. Can you hear me, Carnal?
Yeah, I can hear you, Carnal.
Or did it cut off?
A little bit, yeah. But I still heard you.
If I could, hold on, Carnal. If I could, right? This is what he said. He said that he wants in. Oh man, put me on.
Right.
It don't matter how much you cry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You understand? We're going to turn you away because the Lord has turned you away. So he became emotional, like a damn child, just begging, just like Esau.
Begging. Right.
Just begging, sodding with tears. He was just crying.
Crying.
Oh, let me on. How many times
you cut me off? You took me down.
You understand?
I didn't take him down.
Let you on because the Lord would not let you on.
So like, sir, if I could real quick,
right?
I didn't even have to not let him on or off. I didn't take him. I didn't remove him or anything. He just the Lord removed him. I never denied him coming back up. He knew where the link is. He could have hit the link the entire time. He tried to play dumb like he didn't know where the link was and try to make it seem like I was trying to keep him off the show. Only thing I did was mute him when he wouldn't shut up because he wouldn't let me talk. So that was the only thing. But other than that, I didn't keep you off anything, Justin. I didn't keep you off anything. I didn't deny you coming back up here. We did tell you that you needed to have proof of scriptural proof of what you're saying, but you even ignored that. You couldn't even honor that because you're a man of no honor. You're the vessel unto dishonor. And you prove how you're Esau. Go ahead, sir.
If I could, right? Esau at one point had access with the Lord.
Right.
And then he sold. He
Right.
He sold his birthright. But this is the point, that he had access. You let him on, and he didn't value the time.
Right. He did not.
He didn't value the access that he had on the platform. And that's why the Lord denied him. Denied him
Right.
then and denied him now. Because you allowed him to come on. You gave
Right.
him access. Just how like the Lord gave him access. But he didn't value it. You understand?
Right.
He made, and this is the thing. And now he wants in again. He wants in. He kept asking. He kept begging. He became emotional. You understand? But that is never going to change it, because in the spirit, the Lord denied you then, and he denied you again. And it doesn't matter how many tears you shed, you're always going to be denied. You don't have salvation. You're going to go into chains because you need to be contained.
Right.
Because you are a goddamn animal. It's like a dog has to be trained to sit and everything else. That's how you must be contained.
Right.
Because you are a goddamn animal.
Right.
Go ahead, Kanal. That's all I wanted to say.
Nah, that was, Most High in Christ, sir. I'm gonna say this, right, because he did say this kind. He said, "I'm still here. Let's discuss, and I will keep it civil. We can start by seeing the receipts for which tribe you are from."
Right. He had his time, and he made.
Let me say this, man, and this is always so funny when these oppressors do that. They always want us to prove what tribe we are from. They want us to prove we're Israelites. They want us to prove our sense, when you never ask the Jewish man to prove who he is. You never ask him for his receipts. You never ask them for to prove what tribe they are from. We got the Bible and show you the Bible, and that's not good enough for y'all. Go ask the Jewish man to prove that. Go ask the Jewish man for receipts, Justin. Go ask your people. Go ask your family, because the way you said Esau, you sounded like a small hat. Go ask your people for the receipts of who you truly are, man. Don't ask us. The burden of proof is on y'all. But with that, man, that was it, sir. That's all I had to say.
That's it, Kanal.
Orale. Well, with that, man, Salakia, for the, this, what they say, dispensa. My apologies. Salakia for the technical difficulties, man. We had, issues with our connection. Lord allow we can get them straightened out by the next show. Lord allow we can go live this Wednesday night, and we'll go in tomorrow, of that whole thing with Chicano Park, and bring out some history and more facts and things, But this is the Inconvenient Truth, 1969 on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X. Type it in, look for us, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe, Justin, while you're at it, man. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And help build our following up, man. But Lord allow, we'll be back at it again live this Wednesday, man. With that, I want to say Yahweh Hashem Shalom Barakatah to the carnales. Yahweh Shema Elatah Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai to the mujeres. The user soy tu padre 6360, right? Subscribe, and stay tuned, man, and bring your questions again, man, and we'll continue the conversation, man. But with that, man, we'll be back at it again in a couple of days, Lord allow. With that, orale, raza. Shalom.
Shalom, raza.
All right. So lock here. Let me just play. I'm gonna close out with this these reels. There we are. Let's close out with this one. Hola, raza.
estoy educando porque nunca ando fallando. Con respeto y humildad a mi gente le estoy cantando. Honor carnal, a quien honor merece. Dime que presumes, te diré de qué careces. Llega la fama, el dinero y se... Representando, como siempre ando. Lo que estaban hablando ahora se están callando.
Yo, something I've been pondering on for a minute, right? How can Caucasians have the caucasity of telling anyone to go back to the country they come from when they're not even indigenous to the country they're telling people to leave from? Colonizers, we need answers. Yo, something I've been pondering on for a minute, right?